comedy, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sing.
All right, everybody. Want to thank everyone for coming out tonight to this phenomenal presentation. I especially want to thank Miss Jacqueline Briggs and Miss Shelley for allowing us to come into her facility, the Womb Sanctuary, and do this presentation. It's going to be very, very awesome. I'd like to always kind of share with you guys how I got involved in this phenomenal campaign. And someone had actually sent me a video a couple of years back that I watched, and it was my mentor, Mr. Crump, doing a presentation. And the one thing that got me is he said that when he saw that same presentation, he didn't look at it as an opportunity, but he immediately thought about his wife and his daughters and how they used to suffer. So what that did to me is it took me right back to when I was raising my daughters as a single father. They used to suffer extremely bad, so much so that they would be curled up in bed, crying, begging me to please not send them to school. And in my ignorance, I would tell them, get up, you going to school, stop crying, it ain't hurt you that bad, and you know, you just don't want to go to school. And they were actually excellent students in school, so it wasn't that they didn't want to go to school, it was that they were suffering extremely bad. So I immediately then sent that video to Jacqueline and asked her for her opinion. And the first thing out of her mouth when she called me back was, wow. And when she said, wow, I said, yeah, we've got something that's way different here. So fast forward, Mr. Crump has been a phenomenal leader and a mentor, and he's out here crisscrossing this country, sharing with you guys tonight what he's been sharing all over the nation. And I want to say that people that know me know how hard I work, but my work ethic is nothing to compare with what Mr. DeMond is actually doing. He arrived today off the plane, and we've been doing nothing but going non-stop, getting in front of people and just sharing this phenomenal information. So without further ado, I want you guys to please give a phenomenal Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg welcome to my mentor, a guy that lives what he trains, Mr. Crump.
Well, I tell y'all this, I gotta be honest. He's right, man. This brother, as soon as I got off the plane, y'all know this is my 5th meeting today. This is number 5 that I've had, and I landed at 11:30. So that going to tell you we've pretty much been doing a meeting every hour on the hour, but I tell you it's been well worth it. When you're talking about changing young girls and women's lives one woman at a time, we mean what we say. And we've been having a great time here in Tampa. Tampa will always have a special place in my heart. Let me tell you guys why. Because this was the city that I saw this concept in. I was at the Renaissance Hotel. I don't know if I was at by the Riverwalk, downtown, where we were. But that was the first time the demonstration you guys are about to see is when I saw it. And it was here in Tampa. And it changed my life forever in terms of as a businessman. So one of the things I want to do today is I want to dive right in to the presentation. Now let me tell y'all something. Guys, the demonstration is literally probably going to be 10 minutes. I'm going to be done. We're probably going to be here for an hour and a half. Because you guys are going to be asking questions, intrigued. Everywhere I go, it's the same thing. It's never, you know, my part is short and easy, but people are so intrigued by what they saw, they want to know more. They're asking questions, and I'm saying I'm here to do all of that with you guys on today. So let's dive right into it. When I came here to Tampa, and I saw this for the first time, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm usually always open to business, and that's why they brought me down. You know, hey man, we got something you need to see. So I live in Atlanta now. I'm originally from New Orleans. And I'm like, I got to go all the way to Tampa for this, whatever it is you need me to see. And when I saw it, I don't need to tell you guys, number one, I was angry. Because then they pulled out a sanitary napkin. I was like, you mean to tell me I came all the way from Atlanta to see a business about a sanitary napkin? And I'm saying to myself, I know you guys are not about to start selling sanitary napkins because your career is over. There's no way. I want you to see what I saw on that day would begin to get my attention. Ladies, one of the first things I want you all to see is, number one, what do you notice about this bag? It's thin. Universally, everywhere we've been around the country, Jamaica, Trinidad, Bahamas, Puerto Rico, every woman say the same exact thing, that is thin. That's first and foremost. We found out from our medical advisory board that the average young girl or woman on their cycle, they give off anywhere from 15 to 50 milliliters throughout the day. That means in fluid. Now I want you all to understand something. Ladies, we don't have to get into debate and saying, no, it's more than that. No, we already know some women are more because they're heavier bleeders. But what I want you all to understand is that's the average for young girls and women that they would give off throughout the day. Now I'm going to simulate 50 milliliters going into this pad. Now one thing I want to tell everyone that's in this room. Number one, this is a lot of fluid to be going in this pad at one time. A young girl or a woman would have probably already changed by then. Because we also know that the average female on their cycle change at least 5 to 7 times per day at a minimum in terms of change. Listen, ladies, I've been in these focus groups. There's nothing I don't know about y'all cycles. I've been doing this for the last few years. So I'm already knowing. Some women say they don't like the swishing. They don't like, to be wet. They change. As soon as they feel something, every 30 minutes, I get it. But the average is 5 to pretty much 7 to 8 times per day is the average. Here's the problem though. See, the problem is now when a young girl or a woman is wet when she's on her cycle, that's the damaging long-term effect that's leading to a lot of issues that could potentially be avoided. Because I want you to think about it. Your body is 98.6 degrees by nature. So it's like a little hot oven, right? Now you have moisture. You have bacteria. That is a recipe for disaster. That's when now you're having yeast infections, urinary tract infections. In some cases, you've had individuals get cervical cancer, ovarian cancer. There are even instances where they found out that because of dioxin, the poisonous carcinogenic has been linked to breast cancer. See, some things can be avoided. I'm not telling you guys that our product can mitigate anything. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it can potentially avoid a lot of damaging long-term effects simply if you were just dry. See, that's a big part of the issue and the game that's played. I want to say this on today. I want you all to hear this. Many of you all, if you go to YouTube, there was a video that I did with our old campaign that I created. And it was with a gentleman by the name of Dr. Jamal Bryant. Some of you guys may know who Jamal Bryant is. He's one of the biggest pastors in the world. And he interviewed me on the Word Network. But here's what I want you all to hear. One of the things that I told him on that interview was, Dr. Bryant, the prefix pharma, P-H-A-R-M-A, pharmaceuticals, pharmacy. It comes from the Greek word, which means witchcraft or sorcery. Mm-hmm. So now, a lot of these companies play games with females' lives. Mm-hmm. Because it's a game to them. And you say, well, how do you equate that, Demond? Let me tell you why. You realize a lot of the companies that own the sanitary napkins and tampons, they also own and are invested in the medication. Mm-hmm. So many of them need you to be sick. Yep. They don't want you to be well. They need you having yeast infections so you can get prescriptions for diflucan. Mm-hmm. They know the medication and everything. Mm-hmm. They need you getting the Midol and the ibuprofen that's shutting down women's livers and things like that because you're constantly medicating because of the pain. They want you bleeding more. You have doctors that have done research and found out that there's been chemicals in tampons and sanitary napkins that cause you to bleed more. Why do they want you to bleed more? Because then you buy more. Mm-hmm. See, so now many women have misconstrued the fact that now, I want you to hear this, I've been trained that I'm supposed to be bleeding. So you're thinking now your cycle is supposed to be 7 days, 10 days. You have women that started using our product. Cycles have gone 3, 5 days, 2 days, 3 days. Because now you're not bleeding as much because the chemicalization is not there anymore. See, all of these things are factors for me and positives in terms of where we're going. I don't know why I went off on that. Somebody needed to hear that. Let me say this to you. We're going to have 4 variations of this technology that you guys are about to see. We're going to have panty liners. We're going to have moderate flow pads. We're going to have heavy flow and super heavy flow pads with the technology that's about to be demonstrated before I wrap up. Now, all of you all remember, anybody remember how many milliliters of water I poured onto that pad? 50? Y'all paying attention now? I'm going to take a red napkin so I can't hide, and I'm going to place it on the pad after pouring in 50 milliliters. I'm going to press. Am I pressing, young lady? I'm applying pressure. Would y'all agree? And this is what I saw in Tampa. The young lady said, don't break the table. Meaning pressing. This is what I saw when I came to Tampa. And when I saw that, I said, game over. I said, now we have just changed the world for women. Because guess what I found out, ladies? In Jamaica, Trinidad, California, Houston, white, black, Christian, Muslim, Jew. Guess what all the women say? The same. They'll do anything to be comfortable and dry during the time. That's the common bond that you all have collectively together. But here's what I want you to see. I poured 50 milliliters on the actual pad. You guys witnessed and saw it was dry. I'm going to take this cup, halfway, fill it up. I'm going to take the absorbency system that's inside of the product. Now, you know most commercials and things you see, they'll tell you on those commercials, don't try this at home. No, we want you to try this at home with your man. We want you to go and see if your absorbency system can remotely equate to what we're about to do. Now I'm going to take our absorbency system. Remember that I poured 50 milliliters of water on. Okay? I'm going to place it in this cup right here that's in front of me. Just drop it in there. Our absorbency system. Now, here's what I want you all to see. Don't be deep on me, Tampa, because I'm not looking for a deep answer. It's very simple what I'm looking for. Tell me what you notice about the outer layer of our absorbency system.
Cotton.
That's all I want. Young lady just said it. Breathable. See, you don't realize how key that is. Because what you don't know, even if you take the outer layer of our absorbency system, guess what? It also has microfiber holes in it. If you look at the traditional sanitary napkin that you're accustomed to using, it's like a plastic bag, like a garbage bag. So guess what's going on? It's sealing the brunt of everything we just talked about back to the woman's body. So now you're taking the brunt of the bacteria. You're taking the brunt of the heat. You're taking the brunt of the moisture. Now there's no possibility for escape or any type of ventilation. So over time, a woman is fighting a losing battle. You know what it's like? I want you to imagine this. Could you imagine every time you flush your toilet, the sewer backs up into your home? Do you think at some point you're going to be challenged with some sort of sickness or disease? That's what it's like, because you're giving the brunt of this back to her body. She's eventually going to lose somewhere along the line. But now here's the big question. I poured 50 milliliters on the pad. Many of you guys saw that it was dry. Here's the next question. The cup that I took that was halfway full.
Wow.
We've taken a liquid and we've turned it to a gel. And literally, if you touch it, you'll see that it's cool. It has a cooling effect because we found out that when young girls and women are on their cycles, your body is running hot. So now it's almost like you have a built-in air conditioner. It's literally cooling you off. Yeah, see, because we thought about you in this process, but I'm still not done on the exciting part before I wrap up, because now I'm about to close out. I want you to see this. The new technology, the new strip that's going to be infused into our jewel sanitary napkins is called graphene. The two gentlemen that discovered graphene, they won the Nobel Prize in 2010. Now let me tell you something about people. Anytime a person don't know about something or don't understand it, they always try to scare you about it. See, I'm very efficient in my conversations. I don't waste a lot of time. You can't talk me off nothing I believe in. It doesn't work that way. Let me tell you why this is important. Anybody that tries to bring any foolishness or negativity to me about graphene, right? Because they don't know about it. Because there have been pretty much nobody that I've ever asked, have you heard of graphene, that knew what graphene was. But here's where I'm going. The one question I asked them is, did you win the Nobel Prize? Now you see how easy my conversation is? Because what people don't understand about the Nobel Prize is, it's given to individuals who further humanity for a worthy cause. For example, Dr. King, he won the Nobel Prize for peace. So they don't give the Nobel Prize. I'm quite sure they research you. There's a very, very rigorous process that you have for that. That's the first thing I want to tell you. Now, graphene contains what's called vibrational energy. You guys are about to see an example of the vibrational energy of graphene. Graphene is going to be used in so many facets of our lives. It's being called the new material disruptor. I want you to hear what I'm about to say. Graphene inside of a sanitary napkin, it helps with hormone secretion. It helps with the immune system. It helps move heat away from your core. Ladies with high flashes. It helps with dysmenorrhea, cramping, pain, bad abdominal pains. It helps with fatigue. It helps with your metabolism. It helps with inflammation. Graphene is a 99.9% bacteria killer. Literally, bacteria and graphene almost can't coexist. Because whenever the bacteria atom tries to make its way to graphene, graphene has little flakes at the end of it. And it splices the bacteria atom in half. These are all the benefits. But now, let's take a look at the vibrational energy. This is a strip. This is going to be the new strip that's going to be infused inside the pads. As you guys can see how well protected it is. Because until our new product arrived, this is all I have left. Is a strip that was left from the samples that I got from the manufacturer. But here's what I want you to see real quick. Touch that for me, young lady. You all right? You still alive? Nobody's dead? You're living, you're breathing? We're doing this for a reason. Nobody got shot? No harm? No, seriously. Nobody's electrocuted or nothing, right? All right. Here's what I want you to see. Now, I'm going to take a 7-watt light bulb. Right? This is a very low wattage light bulb. 7 watts. Anywhere this light bulb senses energy will illuminate. Your body could literally illuminate this light bulb. You rub it hard enough, fast enough, you'll trigger this light bulb to light. Because wherever it senses energy for light. It's not like a 40 watt or 60 watt light bulb that you will usually use in your home. Right? So now, I told you guys graphene contains vibrational energy. And whenever it sees energy, is going to illuminate. Now you can't ask me, well, will it shock me? No, you just touched it, and you told me nothing was wrong with it. So you can't backtrack now. So I set you up before I put this here. In other words, what are you trying to tell us, Demonic Crump? I'm showing you guys that the future of technology, we've infused it into something that women deal with every single month that's going to help change their lives. And now we've taken graphene and we've infused it inside of a sanitary napkin. And now we're about to literally change the world for women globally, everywhere. Now, before I close, I want to share this with you all. In fact, I want to make sure that everybody in here has one if you don't. Pass this around, guys. I want to make sure everybody has one. I want you to put that in your hand. Everybody on this side of the gate. Let me show you why this is important. Pass it around for me, sir. As you're looking at these, I want you to see this. having a launch weekend in Atlanta, Georgia, where literally, guys, what we've done is we've rented out the bottom floor of the Renaissance Airport Hotel in Atlanta. Let me show you why what I'm showing you all is so important on what I'm about to share with you, and then I'm done. I'm going to shut my big mouth. On Thursday night, we're going to have a Welcome to Atlanta reception. Okay, everybody's coming to the Renaissance that's flying in from all over the country. They're coming from the Caribbean. We got people that's coming from Bahamas, Trinidad, Jamaica, that's going to be coming to the Thursday night event. On Friday night, we're going to have a formal gala. Tuxedos and gowns. You know, we got a comedian that's hosting it. We got a live concert. We got a gentleman that's coming with a 9-piece band. Many of you guys have saw a commercial on Facebook. The guy has cut a commercial for us in the studio. This gentleman has worked with Bruno Mars, the Jacksons, Genuine, John B., Charlie, you name it. He's worked with them. The casinos pretty much book him every single week. The reason why I'm bringing him in because he's not just a singer, he's an entertainer. I mean, y'all gonna see a show. I'm talking about he splits and dancing and he got the mic, he put the mic come back up to him. No, he performs. He get down with it, man. He got his dancers with him. He got the band. I mean, this dude cut up. Y'all gonna enjoy yourself, right? In terms of his performance. And we gonna serve you dinner with a formal meal is included. Saturday, we gonna wake up. We got a 5K run walk that we're going to do on Saturday morning in terms of our campaign, bringing awareness about the damaging effect of sanitary napkins and tampons and what it's doing on our women. We're going to have a bonus session on Saturday evening because many people want to know, well, what the doctors have to say. Well, we got the doctors coming in to talk about graphene. We got 2 doctors that's coming in, a nurse practitioner and a wound therapist that's coming in to speak on the amazing product that has been created on Saturday. Saturday night, we have a young lady by the name of Sherry Riley. Sherry Riley was featured on Steve Harvey. She was the keynote speaker on the Tom Joyner cruise. She helped Usher, TLC, Carmelo Anthony, Gabrielle Union, Babyface, Kelly Reed. She helped and worked with all of them with their careers. This young lady charges $15,000 to $25,000 for you to get her as a speaker. No, I didn't pay that now because I knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. And when I got on the phone, I started begging immediately, give me the hook and brother up discount. And we worked it out, and I was able to get her. But here's where I'm going with everything that I'm telling you all. I want you to hear what I'm about to say. The reason why I went through that, and I knew what y'all was saying, well, come on, I could have read this on the call. Let me tell you why. The thing that breaks my heart, and especially in terms of the African American community, our people. I'm not going to even go into how we don't support each other. That's a whole nother conversation. We'll be here till tomorrow morning. Y'all will be like, shut the meeting down. But I ain't going to talk about that. I will support them. Let me tell you what really breaks my heart. That most people don't understand about their success curve. That we don't know how to network. Mm-hmm. I watch other communities. Mm-hmm. I watch other races.
Come on now.
I watch how they network and they do business together. Guys, I'm telling you this because many of you guys, you got dreams, you got goals, y'all got your vision boards at home.
Yep.
You're crying right on your pillow. God, when you go. But watch this. You always talk about how successful you will be, but you're always at home.
Come on now.
That's right.
Now you get a chance to be in the room where the successful people are. Mm. Now you always make excuses. I don't have the money. Well, how big is your dream? How big is your dream? You mean, forget VIP. The VIP is sold out, been sold out. So now watch this. Your dream ain't worth $150. Mm-hmm. To be in the room with successful individuals. Well, how do you know successful people going to be there? I'm glad you asked. Dr. Jamal Bryan's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
He's confirmed. Hold on. I got a gentleman coming from Chicago, Jacqueline, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
They know him.
Yep.
Own 42 restaurants. Personally knows Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, because when you walk in his office, he got pictures with all of them.
Yes.
Hold on. I got a young man coming, actually from Orlando, Florida, that's coming in. He was on one of the boards with Barack Obama in the White House. A lot of governors he consulted for and everything. In other words, what I'm trying to tell you, for the goal and the vision that you have, you can literally sit at the table eating dinner with the person that could change your life. The mind, how you know this works? Because I'm telling you it worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's what increased my success curve over the average person. I mastered how to network. I came to Atlanta, 2 days worth of clothes from Hurricane Katrina, with a wife and 4 kids. A son that has cerebral palsy, he's in a wheelchair. I had to start my life all over again. So now I learned to put on clothes, dress up, go put myself in the rooms where the successful people were. And what it did was, now it increased my success curve to where now my network in Atlanta and beyond is bigger than my hometown. Because I learned to put myself in the room where the success was at. Hold on. There's a graphene summit that's going to be taking place next week. Monday, guys, I'll be flying to Washington, D.C., and I'll be there pretty much the whole week. Watch what I'm about to say to you. When I go to this graphene summit in Washington, D.C., the billion-dollar investors are going to be there. There's an event on Capitol Hill. We're going to be at the W Hotel. You got the heads of universities. You got the governors of states, all going to be there in Washington, D.C., because everybody is blown away by graphene. Well, here's what I want y'all to hear. They're not going to make me laugh. They're not going to feed me. I'm not getting no concert. I ain't going to get a t-shirt. Nothing. But for those 2 days, it cost $750. I didn't blink. Because here's what I'm saying. If we're going to become a billion-dollar company in 5 years, which we're going to do, well, demand how you want us to believe that, but you're not putting yourself in the room where the billionaires are at.
Mm-hmm.
See, in other words, I'm practicing what I preach. But I'm willing to make that investment. It didn't even cross my mind a second. I didn't stutter. Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Keep in mind, I still got to pay for my hotel. Still got to pay for my flight. Still got to pay for my food. But I understand business. But I also understand networking. So all I'm saying to you guys, if you don't come to our event, start in Orlando or wherever it is you live, finding out what's happening in the community. Put on some clothes, get yourself together, go out, meet some people. Because let me tell you how easy it is. Once you are able to make contact at these events, get business cards, give them your business cards, and you're talking to these individuals, now when you pick up the phone and give them a phone call, it's so easy for them to take the call and talk to you, because guess what they say to themselves? Wow, he's running the same circles I do because he's at the same events that I'm at. Bingo.
Yep.
So automatically they put you on their level.
That's right.
See, this is a technique that I've used to be successful for years, and it causes me to beat the average person, get ahead of the curve. Watch this, because they always at home.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm always in the mix, shaking it up around the country, making it happen to be able to network. On that note, I'm done. Any questions, concerns? The ball is in y'all court now. I'm finished.
Yeah.
What did it make
All
sense?
VIP.
What you like?
She said it's all VIP tickets sold out.
They gone.
Yes, ma'am.
There is no VIP. Actually,
Mission, I
to be
know
honest
that.
with y'all, VIP. So the tickets went on sale in April, and 2 weeks later, the tickets were VIP sold out. Yeah, so the VIP has been sold out for about a month and a half. It's over. Questions, concerns? Was that good?
She said,
More about the product. Where do you sell it?
The product, let me ask this question first. The product can be purchased June 1st is when the product will be available for purchase. Right now, we are enrolling distributors, individuals that's making a decision. Hey, you know what? I want to be a distributor of this product. I want to get going on it. To become a distributor, it's $50 per year. That's right. A 2 20s and a 10. So every 12 months, $50. That's what it costs for you to be a distributor. You'll get your own website. You're able to direct traffic there, sell the web, whenever someone goes to your site, purchase. The company will be shipping it straight to their front door, and we send the commissions to you.
How much will the products be for the person who just wanted to buy it?
$6.
For how many?
And we have 4 variations of the product. Our panty liners, there will be 30. And the equivalent to quote-unquote day pads, it will be 10. Night pads will be 8. Overnights will be 7. And I know what the next question is. Oh, that's not a lot. That's not what I'm used to. Say, oh, come on, I've been in these meetings over and over again. But watch this. You ready for this? You don't understand. You're not going to use as many.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be healthier for you. We've had some women that didn't use a whole pack on their cycle. Because now you're not using like you used to, and you're not bleeding like you used to. But then you can't estimate what it means for your life as well in terms of the product. So that's where it's at in terms of the technology and everything we have. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to make a comment.
Please,
because
go
I
ahead.
know that was going to be the question. That's
It's always a question.
Yeah. My daughters, when I first heard of this, I did purchase them for my daughters as well. And the amount of pads that do come in a pad is more than enough. Way more than enough. So I know it sounds like a little because when you shop, you're used to saying, okay, well, I need this larger amount, you know, and how much it's going to cost and all that. But believe me, it lasts a long time. And their cramps diminish. My kids, they grow up, they have cramps and stay in bed. You know, unfortunately with me, I had a hysterectomy because of issues like that. Where with my daughters, when I started them on that, it was a lot better.
You know what, adding to what you're saying, I was actually in Columbus, Georgia, and doing an event for the nurses ministry. Let me say Columbus, Georgia, Columbus, Mississippi. I was doing an event for a nurses ministry at the church. The first lady came and testified. She said when she saw the pack, she said, I'm not buying that. This is not enough. I'm not buying this and spending, you know, the money on this small pack of pads. This won't do anything for me. She says now she can't stop buying because of what the product did for her. Because once again, the mind is programmed to think, oh, I got to have a lot because I'm going to bleed so much. But here's what you guys need to understand, what you're dealing with. You know, if you do your own independent research, don't take my word for it. Because some of you guys, you probably never researched or even looked into sanitary napkins. The effect, how they made, what it's about. You just wear them because you're doing what you got to do. You probably never take the time to realize what it is. But if you understand the process, a lot of times what they do is they take old trash from the landfill and old newspapers. And they put it through an 8-step bleaching process. So now you just introduced another chemical to women, chlorine, aka yeast infection. Right? So now what I'm saying is when you have the chemicalization, just like the young lady just shared, she's like, now my children don't have the cramping they used to have. You know why? Because there's chemicals that cause you to bleed and cause you to cramp. Because why? I gotta lead you to the medication because don't remember, I own that too. So I can't let you slide with a smooth period because that doesn't make business sense for us. So what I'm explaining is now when you realize you don't have the chemicalization, you don't have the toxicity anymore.
No.
So now your body is cleansing out. Usually after about 90 days consistently of using our product for probably 3 months, most women's cycles is pretty much cut in half.
Sometimes
For what
shorter than
it
that.
used to be.
Sometimes shorter than
There
that.
are women that's 2 days now. They're like, 2 days, I can't believe that 2 days, my cycle is finished. Because you're trained to think or believe you're supposed to bleed that long and I'm supposed to cramp, I'm supposed to hurt. Are you not? But just the
in your body.
toxins and everything that's in. Yes, ma'am. Come
Can
on,
you,
supposed to.
can you elaborate more on the strip that's in there and the effects that it also has, not only just on cramping, but also on the body itself?
Yes.
Well, in terms of what she's speaking of in terms of graphene, one of the things I did tell you guys about graphene moves heat away from the core as well. So meaning that what she's saying is the strip also helps with pain in a lot of other areas. There are people that will even put the strip in their shoes. People that's on their feet a lot. People that's barbers, salon owners, things like that. You have so many people, they have people used to put the strips on their head when they had a headache. I mean, just so many ways that they use it, because remember, the technology that's in it is in it. So just doesn't have to be used inside of the pad. So there are many people that take it out. I'm serious, this is all real testimony. There's a person that told me they put the script on a toothpaste, put it inside their mouth. Took it out of the pad, used it, and put it in their mouth when they had the throbbing and the pain of the toothache because of the benefits of it. And what I'm saying is, as you guys begin to dig and research, we had a meeting today with Ms. Ursuline, and she said the person that researched graphene for her, she was blown away.
Yes.
She said, I couldn't believe the benefits, and I'm like saying to her, you got to be kidding me. All of this is going to be in the napkin because of this new wonder material. That's the medical community. You can go to medgadget.com and you can search graphene, and there's an article on medgadget.com, and it's called graphene, the new medical revolution, is what it's being called for, what it's going to do and the benefits that it has on the body as well. Anything else? Questions, concerns?
I just want to say, I used the panty liners before,
Mm-hmm.
and they were excellent. They're real good. I kind of had lost contact with these two, so I couldn't get any more, but we back on track now.
let me tell you something in reference to those that have experienced. Let me say something to you. For those that experienced the old product, and for you all that may not know, I want to bring you all up to speed. I was the owner and the founder in the previous Cherish, right? I was one of the founders of Cherish. Okay. Now where we are, we're on our own. But here's what I want you all to understand. For those of you all that love Cherish, you're gonna be crazy about you. Let me tell you why. Because I knew everything that was wrong with Cherish. Guess what I knew? I knew Cherish wasn't wide enough. In many cases, it wasn't long enough. The adhesive wasn't strong enough.
All right, now.
You see that? Ladies, I'm telling you, I'm on top of this. You ready? Cherish don't have no lead guards.
Wow.
Accidents. All of those improvements have been made. Lead guards, 3D suspension, it's longer, it's wider. We've made all the improvements to this product that I already knew what was wrong with the last product. So now it's become a game changer in terms of the women that have used it, because we did a feasibility study with women. So before I even made the investment into the new product, I wanted to make sure it was right. But I want y'all to hear where I'm going. I didn't go to women who like Cherish, because I said to myself, if you like Cherish, I know you're going to love this. So what I did was, I went to the dissatisfied customers. We had a list of women who had challenges with Cherish. That's who we went back to. And our goal in terms of this product, we wanted to get at least a 70% approval rate, which means 7 out of 10 women that tried it, we needed a good approval rate. Because we understand everything ain't gonna work for everybody. Guys, we were in the high 90s. Y'all got it right this time. When they coming out, I'm ready for them. These are disgruntled customers. These are customers we lost, but we were able to get them back in the fold because we did our homework, we heard y'all cries, we knew what was wrong, and now we took things to the next level. So we're excited about what's about to happen in terms of the new product coming out on June 1st. Anything else? Questions, concerns? Yes, ma'am.
Where can it be purchased?
Online through a distributor. So whoever invited you here, because remember, everybody is not into business. Everybody's not going to decide to be a distributor. Everybody may feel like $50 is too much for 12 months. So the person that invited you here, you will literally be able to go to their website. You can purchase the product. We'll ship it straight to your front door. But now we just don't give the commissions to them. So you're able to get it that way in terms of the person that invited you, for you to connect with them. Somebody else? Yes, ma'am.
Can you speak on tampons?
Tampons! The young lady said, can you speak on tampons? Tampons is the most dangerous thing a woman could put in her life. Tampons act as a plug for something that was ordained to be released. Many of you guys, you're probably familiar, you probably heard it, TSS, toxic shock syndrome. The reason why you're getting so many young ladies that are dying because of TSS, because I want you don't have to be a doctor for this. You don't have to be a medical person. You don't have to be. Just think about it. You're plugging it up. So now remember, that's toxins that your body is trying to release. You're not letting it out. So it's locking up inside of you and it's causing many deaths. It's causing diseases. So a lot of the challenges is going back to that. And I already know why many women use tampons. For convenience. It's convenient. But hold on. Is it convenience over your health? See, you got to think long term. And some of you guys, you're bleeding more and all these different things because you're uneducated about a product that could possibly help that process, but help me be healthier longer. So tampons, ladies, I pray that's what you, and forget it, if you don't use our product, figure something else out that you're able to do, because you already know why most women use the tampons. And for me, this is my personal belief. So I'm not saying I researched this or studied this. This is my personal belief. And Dr. Brian and I talked about this on the interview. Y'all go to YouTube and look it up. I think that's where a lot of fibroids come from. You know why? Because I want you to think about it. The blood is backing up inside of you. So it's causing clots and the balls, which is leading to fibroids. But he said something that was interesting.
Pull it out, the fibers come out.
Guess what he said? He said, you know what, Damon? The fact that you're saying that. He said, think back in the days, you didn't have as many women with fibroids like you do now until tampons came on. I mean, you didn't have fibroids like that.
No.
So where now it's almost every woman you talk to, I got fibroids. I suffer with fibroids. Hold on, that's not natural to me.
Or endometriosis, which is
That's,
scar tissue.
this is, come on, this not natural to me. But for the convenience, a woman would rather deal with it. I'm going to deal with fibroids. I'm going to take my chances. Why? Because that's more convenient. I don't like wearing a pad. No problem. You can actually go to our campaign website. It's jfmj.org. Justice for My Jewel is the name of our campaign, but jfmj.org. And if you go there, y'all can read up on a lot of this information, because that's our educational and awareness platform where we make young girls and women aware. Listen, be careful for what you're putting in your body and what you're doing, because long term it's possibly going to have a devastating effect on you. And it's a shame the way so many women are suffering with these fibroids. And not only that, 600,000 hysterectomies are being done on average in the United States. You ready for this? The majority of them are black women.
Yep.
70%.
Something wrong with that picture to me.
Yep.
Something is really, really wrong. It's devastating. Anything else?
Yes. Since you all have made the improvement in having this product, have your engineers thought of putting this product in reusables?
Well, let me say this. It hasn't been thought of in reference to reusables, but it's been thought of in terms of depends for elderly individuals. You ready for this? And also pets. I didn't know that dogs have cycles.
Yes, they do.
Female dogs.
Yes, they do.
So that's currently being explored right now. So possibly I will be doing demonstration for dogs. So I don't play. Show me you gotta go get it out. And it's gonna be a room full of dogs. And y'all gonna see a video where I'm doing a presentation in a room full of dogs, wet and dry, so they can put them on, because we are exploring that. No, seriously. We are exploring the technology right now for pets. And also the pets for elderly. Can I say this as well? Y'all know a lot of men use the product too.
Yes.
Because a lot of men and women that suffer with incontinence, they use the product. Because many men that has prostate issues, they leak basically uncontrollably. And they're saying that the technology in our product is the only thing that holds it. Actually, one of the doctors, he shared it himself, so I'm not sharing anything personal about it, that's going to speak at the event. He had the prostate cancer. And him himself, he was suffering with incontinence. And it wasn't until he came into our product that changed everything for him in terms of his leakage and everything that's been taking place. So that's another market for this product, is the incontinence market. Because you got a lot of women who pass their cycles, but they will wear a pad every day because it helps with their absorbency. Because they leak, I'm told, when they laugh too hard, they'll leak. Come on, I've been listening, ladies. I've been in these focus groups. They do this and it helps in pressures for that. And young ladies saying in the hot flashes as well, but definitely I'm excited to have some women to definitely be using the product with the graphene regularly because remember, graphene pulls heat away from the core.
Yeah.
So I'm looking really forward to hear some personal testimonies on how it's possibly helping with hot flashes. Anybody else? I told you I'm gonna be about 10 minutes.
But
We're
you
gonna be here, we're gonna be
know, what I
out.
can say is for the ladies, if you do use it, be patient with it because it does work. I use it and I'm telling you, my cycle is like cut in half. I'm like 2 days and I'm good. And I've been using it ever since it came off. How long, Mr. Gregg?
2 years.
2 years. And I haven't switched back yet. I got me enough product. When my daughter started her cycle, that's exactly what she's gonna start. I don't want my kids to use anything that's in store. Ladies, be patient because it does work.
You heard
It
that?
does work.
See, that's big. That's why I say to every woman, give us 90 days. Because here's what you gotta understand with your cycle, what's gonna happen when you use the product. You're gonna see a lot of stuff being extracted out of you.
Yeah.
That's what most people don't know. It's almost like you're detoxing. Because remember, you're not having all the chemicals, so it's being pulled, so much is being pulled a lot faster out of you to get you there faster. But usually after about 3 months or 90 days, it's smooth sailing. Because now you're on the normal track that you really should be on anyway, versus your 7, 10, 5 days, whatever it is that most women are. We had a meeting today with a young lady that says her sister-in-law has been on her cycle for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy the stuff that's happening to women, and to me that's just sad, man. It is abnormal, and it breaks my heart for the games that a lot of these entities play with women's lives. And for me, I'm just looking to be a voice. And here's what I also know: I'm not naive. I already know most women are not going to change. Meaning that if they have a system on their convenience, they're going to stick to it. But as long as I know that we've done our part in terms of education and making you aware, then at the end of the day, I feel good about that aspect of being able to share that information and share the news. Anybody else? Questions, concerns? Because if not, y'all can go home. Well, what I want to do, guys, I really would be remiss, and that's why I want to say this to the end. First of all, to the dynamic duo, Miss Jacqueline and Greg. Let's give it up, guys. When I tell you visionaries, when I tell you individuals that's on the front line, man, you got my man Al Rogers right there covering the camera all the way from Orlando, Florida. Listen, but I'm pointing this out for a reason. That's men. I want you to see these men. Do y'all know? Y'all know we have probably, I would go on a limb. Y'all may have correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I believe we have more men as distributors than women.
I believe it.
We have more men that's distributors of this product than we are women. Right now, look, our biggest leaders in the company pretty much are men. I guess for some strange reason, and I don't know what it is with women, because you know women have called me out for being for doing this.
I'm kind of like thinking like,
No, women have called radio shows. I've been on radio shows. Why are you talking about that? And you shouldn't be. And you know what my polite answer is? Well, what's stopping you from that?
Come on now.
Just because I'm here, it doesn't mean that you can't. No, the reason is we're going to continue to be a voice until let a woman move us out the way. Girl, come on, let a woman's voice get loud enough to where I'll gladly step aside and get behind her and support her. But in the meantime, I'm passionate about this. I really am. And guys, it's not even, most people always say, well, you're so passionate about it because of the money. Well, you have to understand something. For me personally, I want you to hear this. I've been an entrepreneur since 1994, since I got out of the U.S. Navy. I've never had to go on anybody's job since 1994. My wife hasn't worked in 25 years. I don't believe a woman should work. I believe she should be taken care of. That's period. You ain't heard nothing I said tonight. I heard that. I ain't hear nothing else, but I heard that part. No, I'm serious. This is my personal philosophy. My wife just started working because obviously she helps me run the company.
Yeah.
But she isn't working. The reason why I'm saying all of this is because everything that I've ever did in business, I had a wife and 4 kids to feed. So I'm talking about I did everything under the sun. Ain't nothing y'all can probably name that I didn't do. I sold houses, I flipped houses, I did loans, mortgage loans, I promoted concerts, I washed cars, I used to sell t-shirts by the Superdome, New Orleans Saints t-shirts, before the games. I used to be the little bootleg lawyer. I used to settle people cases for them. Yeah, so you, seriously, we were laughing about it. I got a guy on my phone right now. I got a voicemail from him. He want me to call him because he need help with a case. Still think I'd still do that. But I'm saying these are all the things I did to provide for my family. I didn't do nothing to save the world. I wasn't trying to, oh my goodness, I want to help people. No, I needed the money. This is the first thing I've ever done in my life. Well, money didn't matter. Never. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what comes from it because I'm passionate about the education and the awareness. See, what people don't understand is, guys, I be in airports. People come up to me, I don't even know. Mr. Crump, I want to thank you so much. The product has blessed my life. It almost brings tears to my eyes. I mean, I don't know this person. But it's the fact that we're impacting lives everywhere because now there's a woman that possibly life has been saved, can be restored, a child's life can be saved because of our message and because of our product. Guys, that's priceless to me. And I believe in it, and I love it. And last but not least, let's give it up to Miss Shelly Barry. This young lady, Miss Shelly caught the vision. Last time I was here, she sat in a demonstration like many of you guys did, and she said, I want to do something. I'm having something at the event. Actually, to be honest, she didn't even ask me to come. She got me so excited that she saw the vision. I said, well, I tell you what, my schedule is open. Do you mind if I come in for it? Absolutely. She wasn't even calling me to come. She was just saying how I want to do a meeting. I want to do a presentation because she had saw the information and she wanted other women to be aware, and men, of the possibilities of this. And I want to say something to all you ladies in the room before y'all leave. Stop underestimating men coming to see this. Because I'm telling you, we get a better reaction with men than we do women. Stop underestimating your husbands, your friends, your boyfriends, or inviting them to come see this because you will be shocked at the results that you'll get from men who get a chance to see this. Yes, ma'am.
How long has graphene technology been around?
Graphene has been around actually since like 2004. They won the Nobel Prize in 2010.
So graphene is not a natural element, it's something that has been manufactured?
No, graphene comes from carbon.
Okay.
Yeah, graphene is a carbon-based element.
Okay.
It comes from carbon.
Make with something else in order to make it?
No, graphene, for example, if you take the example you'll see on videos if you look it up, like if you take a pencil, right, and you begin to do the shades of a pencil, and what they'll show you is, as you continue to put it on the paper, it gets down to the atom. And when you get to the atom of the carbon, that's where they find graphene. That's where graphene is found. So graphene is a carbon-based element. For example, carbon from your body comes from your proteins, your fats, different things like that. NASA currently, right now, you'll find all this as you're researching, or even if you read these books. NASA is currently doing a research on the International Space Station right now because they're trying to get graphene from the breath of the astronauts. Why? You breathe in oxygen and you breathe out what? Carbon dioxide. So wherever there's carbon, they're looking to extract graphene. And that's why they're researching now how to extract graphene from the atmosphere. It's bananas what they're doing in terms of this, and that's why I'm going to DC and Capitol Hill, where a lot of the professionals and the individual companies out there that's beginning to manufacture and everything, I'm going to see how they're getting it done and what's happening with it.
Have they, that product itself that turns into a gel, have they tested, or is it now like the test part with humans? Because you said that they were thinking about animals eventually dogs.
No, me. We were thinking about creating a pad for dogs.
For dogs.
So you say in terms of the non-toxic polymer that we use?
Yeah, how long they've been using that on humans, and like as far as the testing, what are the negative parts of it that came out? Like, is anything come out as far as maybe dehydrating too much, maybe, I don't know, contact dermatitis, something like that?
Let me say something to you. First of all, number one, y'all know this technology is not new. This technology has been around in Asia for almost 25 years. It becomes new to us. And if actually you research the regions where it's used at, this is when I was blown away. A woman brought this to me. They don't hardly have any cases of breast cancer, none of that in terms of using this particular product. In my, let me go off my statistic that I know of. With us being involved with this product since October of 2016, October 2019 will be 3 years. I don't know of one case, where it had any damaging side effect to any woman that I'm aware of. I'm talking about accidents, women that had accidents. I'm talking about to where it was an allergic reaction, it was an issue, it was a problem, and we sold $8 million worth in 2 years of a $5 product.
No side effects.
Not one. Ladies in here that used it, tell me if you know of a woman, anybody that experienced it, fellas? No, seriously. I'm going to put myself on the call. None, zero. I don't know that.
Nope.
It'll be 3 years in October. That's me personally, along with the additional almost 25 years it's been in existence in Asia. So it's new to us. So I don't know of any issue. Zero. None. Like I said, outside of an accident or a woman saying, oh, it's not long enough, it wasn't wide enough. Other than that, in terms of anything else, like I have a young lady, she said she suffered with consistent yeast infections. She says it wasn't until she used our product she hadn't had a yeast infection in 2 years.
14-year-old yeast loves
2 years. So that's my personal data that I have, and I think $8 million worth of $5 products, that's a lot of women that have bought and used the product, and for us to not have any issues to where it was anything that I can know of that's damaging, along with any of the distributors in here that you can ask. Sidebar, I don't know any. Anybody else? Because other than that, you guys can go home and thank y'all for coming.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
We got a man in the house. I want to see it.
Thank you.
That question has been posed to me also. Why is it that so many men are doing it? And let me tell you my answer. I'm doing it because I have 2 daughters. I have 5 sisters. I have 5 sisters, a slew full of nieces. I think it's about 17 right now. And they have daughters. A man is normally adept at protecting a woman. That's what we do. It's in our nature. So when we see something that automatically is there to protect the woman, we're at it. That's what every good man does. And I mean, if you think about it, as soon as a man sees his little girl, that's a daddy's little girl right there. So I mean, that's what I see in it. So when people ask you, you tell them that's why, because that's what men do. We protect our women.
So you guys experience what the women go through. You see it. You're there with them. You see the pain that they go through, the suffering that they go through. And they're like his experience. You say his wife and daughters suffering.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It changed the world for them. It changed my household. Because y'all know around that time, you're emotional and crying and what's going on? Hey, what's that? I mean, all that's gone. I mean, now I don't even know when you're on this side. I have no idea. The only time I would ever know is if I see the wrapper in the trash can, or I just happen to go to one of their bathrooms for something and it's on the counter or out. That's the only time I ever know. But usually I would be able to tell. Because I would just say, hey, go upstairs and clean your room. Oh, what you crying for? What you crying for? What's wrong? Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you're dealing with. And I'm like, all I said was go clean your room. Like, I tell you this every day. Why are you crying today? You know, my wife would pull me to the side. It's that time of the month. Oh, I know. But I'm saying now, nothing. It's normal. So it's a blessing to just see little small things like that take place and happen as well. So yeah, but definitely. Also, I want to invite you guys.